Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 12.3, and here we are. We're on the bridge of my capital vessel on the desert planet that we landed on in the last part, and that little starting sequence was me correcting an error which some of you quite rightly pointed out, the fact that I didn't get everything from the backpack when I got killed in the end of the previous video. So what I did is I just flew across and picked up, I think it was the sniper ammunition and some multi-charges. Also got a little bit of a free bonus from a desert golem that was killed by the guns on this ship. And a big thank you for pointing that out, because I didn't notice it. And I think the problem was that I normally keep slots open in my inventory here, so that when you do a general pickup, it all gets transferred over. But obviously my inventory must have been full, and I didn't quite notice it. Now, it's just after 4 in the morning here. I've got up extra early to record this video because a couple of you left comments that Elion have said that they would like to get the Phase 4 update out the end of this week. I'm recording this on the 22nd of May 2020 if you're watching this in the future, and I really want to get out and explore this planet, and that's what I want to do in this part. But before that, I want to talk about something else. That is radiation. Now, this ship's got a shower, and some of you pointed out that I wasn't clearing the radiation from my suit, and I think that's down to a fairly bad habit, in the sense that up until this update, I've never really taken radiation seriously, with one major exception, and that is the very hard start in Project Eden, where radiation is everything. And I've never even really made radiation medicines. Let me just get into here. If we go to shade, go to the fridge, go into here. If we go to medication, I mean, down here you've got, what's it, radiation immunity shots. And to be honest, I've never ever really manufactured them. I've picked them up and used them as part of like a normal playthrough, and I've carried them. I mean, I've always carried some anti-radiation ointment against radiation burns, and very occasionally I've used the shower here to clear off radiation, but normally I've ever used the shower to deal with temperature. And I think this is probably a bit of an indication. Does that look damaged? Yes, it does. We also want to retrieve, want to repair. I've taken some damage on this side. Oh, well, maybe we need to check this. Oh, okay. I know I took some damage on one side of the ship during a battle. Sorry about the distraction. Yeah, and I think what's very clear with Alpha 12 is that we're going to have to start taking radiation a little bit more seriously. I just want to check my plants. Oh, we've actually got some plants that have grown. A pumpkin growing, tomatoes. We've actually got, and some plant fibers. I think that's enough of an introduction. And actually I think what we're going to do, where's the bed? Why have I... We're just going to sleep through the night. I mean, if we're going to enjoy this last part, we might as well do it in daylight. And let's just transfer the freedom, the fridge. Let's just put some food in here as well. Take that with us. The other thing I've also noticed, let me just show you here. If I come into here, see the hams with the natural sweetener. I think what they've actually done is they've nerfed some of the other goods. They've actually pushed up the hams, because you can see the ham is now 125. I'm sure that is more than it used to be, which is quite useful. So I think in some ways I'm going to need to go through these foods and see which ones are there. So again, the cherry pie, the waffles, it's almost like what they've done is rebalance some of these foods in a different direction. I mean, pizza's 286. I know the pizza was always big. I wasn't too sure there. I mean, mushrooms, vegetables, cheese, salami, and spices. I mean, now I've got access to vegetables. That pizza's looking very attractive. And the ratatouille, I'm even sure the ratatouille's a bit more now. So what they seem to have done is nerfed the energy bars. I think the steaks, the grilled steaks are only 50. I'm sure they used to be 100. The salamis are okay. And then increase some of the other items. I think that's what they've actually done. Anyway, let's put that in there. Take these with us as well. And just play out. And And just in case, I've made a couple of anti-radiation pills. I don't have the resources, as far as I know, to make this. We need natural stimulant. I don't know. Hot beverage. No, we don't have the actual. I don't think I actually collected any natural stimulant plants. Actually, the other thing I also want is go back to here. Storage base 3. I think we'll take that there. Actually, let's just make sure we've got everything in the freedom here. The beauty there. Krill shade. I'm really liking this krill shade. Base 3. Drop a nice big watch of fuel in, and top up all the oxygen as well. Can't get any more in there. And I suppose what I could do is container controller, split that off. A little bit of oxygen with us as well. And we got some grain. Anyway, I'm not to worry about that. As I said, this will probably be the last part in this series, because I've been thinking about it, and I definitely want to restart when phase 4 comes out, because I'm very curious about what is going to be in phase 4. What is going to be the changes? Anyway, let's just change to here, throw out a ping scanner, and we're just going to go out and see what we can find. Maybe shoot up some things. Actually, helps actually if I actually have something to eat as well. So let's just come in here. Which I'll eat one of those nice hams, and of course I haven't got the. There's no point taking stuff with me. So I've got some. I can go in the fridge. Some of those in there. I think I could probably make some more. Oh, we've got the maximum number of energy bars. My ship's a bit lopsided. Saw that bird, I thought, oh, a drone sneaking up on me. Okay, press F4. Put those in there. And over here, we've got a Polaris settlement. So we might as well start by picking on that rocket drone. I'm quite interested to see how this Polaris settlement is actually going to set up. Almost like a series of oases, isn't it? Oh, come away. Strike one drone. Look at that shadow on the surface of the planet. That's cool. I'm certainly going to loot the rocket drone. Get nice and close. Just grab some loot from them. See what this drone settlement is. This is actually a. See what this is. This is actually a Polaris settlement. That's cool. I like the landing pads. I think that really looks great. Look at this. I've got to land and show you this. I mean, it's a bit ironic considering the planet that we actually came from. If I land here and jump out, look at this. We've got purple leaves, and we got vegetables. And well, is that natural stimulant? Yes, it is. So in some ways, if I'd come to this planet first time out, I would have probably stayed here rather than going to that one that was very radioactive. I mean, these little patches could be very useful. So we got natural stimulant. I don't think I can make the radiation immunity shots in my SV. I think we'd have to go back to the HV for that. Anyway, we'll just pick up a little bit of natural stimulant. I know I don't need it because, well, it's just good to know that these little patches exist. In fact, these could be very productive. I mean, look, there's some more vegetables over there as well. So, what is it? It is one of the ironies of the game that. Anyway, let's just get out here. Because we'll just put that into the fridge. Yep. And we've got a rocket launcher. Is that what we got? And we got some nanotubes. That's all we got out of that. Right, never mind. I'll put that there. I'm not sure why I'm carrying the biofuel with me. We keep the portable heater. Obviously over here is something of great interest to the Polaris. But what resources? Wow. 710 meters. So what are you defending that makes it with so many rocket drones? I mean, I'd really love to get in here. I have been thinking a little bit about the scanner, and I've got a feeling, well, it certainly won't be an Alpha 12, but what I would really like to see is maybe a filter on it, so you can set the scanner to doing, say for example, I'm not sure if that's actually, oops, got a neodymium deposit. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really great if there's a filter, so like you could filter so it shows the drones or it shows the deposits, things like that. Because at the moment, like, trying to pick the drones out amongst all this lot is a little bit difficult. Kind of wondering whether the drones are... Oh, there's one there. Got you. You're gone. I suppose the little squares are useful. Well, now as I can't see which ones are... Oh, you're still moving. So we'll certainly get rid of you. Now, any of you boys still moving? I think there's one there that's still... This is where I get shot down because I can't see which ones are still active and which ones are dead. Because I think I've only shot 3 out of the 4. Okay, let me just... You're sliding down the side of the hill. Is that it? We got everyone? And what we can do is press F6. Maybe using F6 was a bit more, will make things a little bit more helpful. Now, I did a lot of mining in the last part, so we're not going to do any mining. This is going to be very much just get out, explore, being a little bit aggressive. Well, there's one thing I do want to look at there, so anyway. Oops. Oh. Just going to get over here. Minigun drone. Yeah, we've got a little bit of loot there. Interested in this. Is this gold or another element? Or was it just a rock? I think it's just a rock, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's just a rock. There's actually some pentaxid here as well. I mean, this could be a very useful planet to come to, actually, to be honest. So, I mean, a medium-sized neodymium deposit would be quite useful as well. Just make sure I don't knock myself off the top of the ship. I mean, drone farming here would be very useful as well. I'm just going to drop down. Another one here. Oh, look at that, we got some crawlies. F5. Back away so I don't push myself off the top of the ship. Power. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. I don't know if these crawlies are what you get from them. Let's just... Sorry, desert... Oh, you're a desert worm, not a crawly. Only kill one. I actually remember the old version. I think, was it Alpha 7? They looked like a bit like kind of walruses, but wandering around the desert. And they used to have this really irritating sound effect. Oh, we got some meat and that. Ah, that's the sound effect. Yeah. So the sound effect is still there. And of course, the other great thing about desert plants is the arachnid. We must shoot him. We got 1,000 hit XP for that. Must admit, I am starting to get drawn to maybe an arid planet start, because in some ways the arid planet start may be more versatile than the swamp start. I mean, of course, with the arid planet start, unless they've changed it, you've got to have oxygen, which is the only one. But on the positive side, you do get yourself some armor. Right, let's just empty this out a little bit. Fridge. Let's put this into the fridge. Put this in. Not a bad haul. What have we got over here? Wow. What's the betting they're all drones? But then again, we're actually entering hostile 0x territory, so they may not be drones. There's a couple. Wow, there's 2 bases there. Wow. I'm trying. Oh, we're over the drone base. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Wow. Yeah, the drone base, I mean, this would be a lovely place to attack, especially with a hover tank, because you've got a nice open area to get in. We've got a couple of defense platforms and then the drone base in there and a comm station. And that'd be a really nice place to clear out, but certainly not in this video. Right, well, we're in 0x territory. What have we got here? We got a minigun drone over here. This has got weapons on as well. That's an oxygen depot, but it's still got turret mounted guns there. You can just see them. Well, we haven't woken them up. That's a good thing. Alright, let's just fly. I think maybe hanging around in 0x territory. I think we got too far ahead, so what we're going to do is go south. It's definitely got very much a look of Mars about it, isn't it? The red look. Right, we've got something off in that direction. And we've got resources in that direction. I think we'll just go and check out whatever's over here, because it's not shown with any resources. But it looks very much like it's another 0x area there. We got the neodymium deposit there. We got resources over there. So we're just flying. We're back in 0x territory again. That was. Gonna have a little bit of a high-speed flyover. It's a radius base. I could have some fun here. Right, let's just see what we've got resource-wise this way. Wow, we've got piles of resources. Oh, we've got an alien base down that way as well. Oh, that's just iron. Right. There's something that way. I'm pretty interested in whatever this base is. That's 2.5 kilometers away. We'll go take a look at that. The other thing I've also been thinking about, and I think somebody actually posted a comment about this, is actually maybe starting on a large planet so that maybe we can make the scanner a little bit more useful. Oh, why have you got to be so close in? We've got an unknown artifact here. Should be a good place to loot. I'm a little bit worried about being that close to... Oh, we're 500 meters away, so we should be fine. We'll just level off, drop down. Whoops. And we'll just... if we can get down low enough, you can... It's high enough, isn't it? Or it's just in there. Let's change. Gotcha. Just get in close. I mean, this is a very easy one to kind of loot out. What we got here? Oh, look at that. We got. Is that 3 large optronics matrices? Nah, it can't be 3, is it? It's got to be. Yeah, it is 3. Wow, that is a very good find. And of course, down here is the fuel tank. Let's see if we can. There's only 109 in here. A little bit of fuel out of here, and of course, now, well, oops, now the core's destroyed. We could loot this out, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to carry on our. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, that was a really good find. Reload. Where's the sun gone? Right, we need to go west to try and catch the sun up a bit. Go west, young man. Well, it used to be the great acclaim of the late kind of 1800s. Well, in America it was. I think here it was more go south to places like Australia, or I think one of the big places many people went in from who weren't emigrating to America, who were adventurers, was to go to Africa. There's a lot of Xerax territory here. Right, we got a rocket drone defending something there. Oh, we're actually returning because the sun's moved on. Okay, I'm going to give you a sporting chance. I'm going to come in on level. Oh, that was interesting. It says the Aprile like us killing Xerax. Let me just check something. Oops, oh, that's a copper deposit. Let me just check something. I think it's this one, isn't it? So we're actually gaining standing with the Aprile. Let's see. Destroy and block devices behind that. Spawn structure. Oh, so if we actually attack prey and predators, we get something there. Attacking a member of the Aprile faction. 25. It doesn't specifically say anything about killing Xerax, but they must like us. Oh, there it is. It's there. Destroying a block or device on its 30 reputation instantly will drop plus 25 to Xerax, plus 5 to pirates. So this could be quite complicated, actually. So trading with a faction requires at least friendly. We've actually got a trader. I don't think I've actually met a trader yet. So that's something to look forward to. Interesting. And we've got pirates, so we've got 6 factions now. Xerax, Talon, Polaris, Pirates, Aprile, and Trader. I'm looking forward to making friends with those but I think I'm going to worry more about that once the Alpha 12 update goes into the stable branch, because that's going to be more about building long-term relationships and trade negotiations. But I really like the way the game is going with respect to that. this, because having more factions, especially if you can like have an alliance with one against another one, just adds a bit more depth to the game. Right, we're just going to do a little bit of a hive. I mean, these guys are quite I was about to say these guys are quite passive, and then suddenly they start. Wow. Yep, I'm getting a little bit too relaxed. So we've got something up that way. So if we kind of go northwest, I think about not close enough. I'm wasting my ammunition. Oops. There we are. Status for the faction Krill has now changed to friendly. Interesting. Well, this is a copper deposit. Oh, look at this. We're going to go and check this out. I just wonder what those blue crystals are. We just land about here. We should be okay. Those last words when some creature comes out the sand and attacks me. Haha. Like, oh look, there's oops, no ammunition. Why can't I shoot him? Oh, I think it's because he's in the... Okay. We're going to get up close and personal. Gotcha. Might as well use the... Okay. Wow. Yeah, so these blue crystals are going to be worth picking up because that's 2 pentaxid. These are just a waste of time. What was that? That looks like a vegetables. Yeah, I mean this is a good find as well. We better loot the drone. Of course, because I got stunned, it's consumed some of my food. What you got there? Oh, we got some eggs. Presume they're spider eggs. Yeah, I think it was these things that were in the way with the spider. Oh, cannot pick up. Okay. Well, we can. Set 4. We can. Drop that off. Put this in the fridge. Drop the ham. And I've got plenty of energy bars, so. Yep. I am definitely liking the idea of starting on a desert planet and looking for desert planets as well. There's a lot of resources on this planet that could be used. I'm going to jump in the Freedom. Oh, there they are. Oh. Desert worms. It's just... How's the sun? We're starting to lose the sun, so we're just going to go west. But if we keep going west, we're going to get back to where the ship was anyway. So that's probably the best way to do it. We're actually, because we've actually went east, so we're going west, so we're actually working our way back towards the krill ship anyway. Looks like there isn't much else up here. There's an unknown artifact. That's where my base is. So if we head that way. Oh, and we're back to 0x territory again. Isn't that fun? here we are. We are coming up on our ship. And I'm just going to kind of... what are you firing at? Oh, look at that. There's another desert golem there. Seeing where you're expending my ammunition. You might as well pick him up. Oops. Oops, I'm being cooked. Yeah, okay. We're not going to stay long. I think it's one disadvantage with this ship is the thrusters being so close to the cockpit. But still too hot, but it'll be okay. You can use the shower. Down. I'm just going to get in here, land on here, and thrusters off. Just want to have a quick look. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage. Quite lucky not to lose a block actually. Whoever it was hit me just on this rear corner. Another thing I'm looking at is we put some thrusters on, missile launchers on here. So as we could, we got a little bit of space here. Got the guns, we got container extensions at the front. I just want to take a look at my plants. You're growing, you're growing. Grains picked up. Some vegetables, we've got some fruits. And the pumpkins are still growing, so we haven't got vegetables, we just got that there. And just have a quick look. I'll put this into the krill shade. Some sweetener, some fruit, a little bit of vegetables. This can go into there. We're getting a little bit of pentaxid to replace our warp capability. Why have you got the oxygen and this in here? That shouldn't be in there. This should be in here. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you've enjoyed this quick fly over a desert planet. I must admit I'm really starting to like the desert planets compared to the swamp planet. It seems to have a lot more resources. And I think we can do a lot more with it. And of course, we've got some Polaris bases to take down, and maybe a few alien structures. And I suppose this is most likely going to be the last part in this experimental 12.3 run through. If the phase 4 drops, I will restart. And of course, if for some reason Elion don't put down another update in the next couple of days, we will be back, and maybe what we'll do is go and explore another planet. Maybe we'll do a bit more with this series. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.